Hey, this is Fish from Pallet Town PvP, taking a look at the Ultra League Premier Cup. Now, this is just a basic look at the Premier Cup. If you want to watch a complete breakdown of the meta, I have a chat weekly with GBL leaderboard battler Lyle Jeffs. That happens every Tuesday night, live streamed on this channel. Check it out. There's a schedule in the description below the video. And if you want to watch this week's video, you can check that out here. In the meantime, this is just your basics, and the trouble with these quote-unquote open leagues, like I know it's not exactly open league, but it's close enough, right, for the purposes of this discussion. The trouble with these leagues is that it's so hard to define a specific meta within the cup. Like, for example, you had Willpower Cup, where everything could be grouped into here's your Darks, here's your Psychics, and here's your Fighters. There they are, go. Whereas with these more open leagues, if you try and group things into certain categories, then you'll find way too many Pokemon that with their typing or with their moves will bust open those roles. Like, I call them role busters. They're like multi-classes if you're a D&D player. So what I've done, instead of trying to fit things into roles and going through all the roles, I've grabbed 14 Pokemon that I think will define the meta, individual Pokemon. These are the Pokemon that I think will be the most commonly used, and the Pokemon that you really, like, it's essential to be able to work around these Pokemon. I might be wrong, it's just one dude's prediction, but I think it's a pretty good approximation of what we will see in this cup. And so, in order of how they appear on the PvPoke rankings, those Pokemon are these 7 here, and I say 7 rather than 9 because I'm counting the Shadows and regular versions of Pokemon as one for this discussion. So Trevenant, Steelix, G-Fisk, Swampert, Nidoqueen, Scrafty, and Walrein. A note on Steelix is that the addition of Psychic Fangs at the beginning of this season has absolutely boosted that to like a level way beyond it ever was. I do agree with the recommendation of Crunch there instead of Earthquake, but Earthquake is absolutely viable. It does do some things that Crunch just can't, such as beating Galarian Stunfisk. Like, you need Earthquake if you want to hope against Galarian Stunfisk. So use your discretion there. So then there's those 7. You've then got Dragonite, Obstagoon, Mandibuzz, Shadow Machamp specifically. You've got Snorlax. You've got Umbreon. And all the way down here, you've got Alolan Ninetales. I don't know why that's ranked so low. I think that'll be a lot better than what that ranking suggests. You do have other Charmers like the Clefable, Sylveon, Granbull, Togekiss, but I think for the purposes of this discussion, Alolan Ninetales is the one that I've listed. Now, your job as a battler, as someone constructing a team for this meta, is to decide how much do I want to stick to that core meta and just learn how to use it better than my opponents, versus how much do I want to try and delve outside of that and find these role busters that can really catch some people completely off guard if they haven't prepared for this specific Pokemon. There's advantages and disadvantages for doing that. Like, yes, you can catch people unaware and you can, win battles that you wouldn't have done otherwise, but then you can also struggle in some other battles. Like, for example, Abomasnow. Abomasnow is a Pokemon that does better than Walrein against Trevenant or Venusaur, all your grasses generally. Also does better against Swampert than Walrein does. But in turn, it struggles against a Nidoqueen, for example. Like, Walrein doesn't have that problem. So use your discretion with all of these picks. I've taken a look and picked out a few role busters that I'm just going to shine a spotlight on them, basically. And you can use one of these, you can find your own, there's plenty there. So you've got things like Kommo-o, which is a dragon type that doesn't lose to Galarian Stunfisk like a Dragonite would. Offensively, it does exactly the same things as Dragonite, but defensively, very different kettle of fish. You've got things like Double, which is a very shiny new pivot option that typing offensively is really nice. I don't think it's resisted by anything, like both moves are resisted by anything. You've got Garvantula with nice balance between fast move pressure and charge move pressure. The ability to farm a Pokemon down and then barrage the next Pokemon with discharges and lunges is really handy. A Scavalier, a fighter with a completely different defensive typing profile. I've already talked about a Abomasnow. You've got Drapion, the Dark Poisons, great safe swap as well. And then you've got, all the way down here, this is one that we talked about in our big video, is Primeape, being a fighter that can hit back against dragons with Ice Punch, can hit back against ghosts with Night Slash. So that's the crux of the Ultra League Premier meta. Let us know what you want to run by commenting below the video. Join in the discussion, and good luck with your Ultra League Premier battles.